All right, let's be honest. This podcast, it's not powered by a giant team. It's just me, a piano, and a very questionable sleep schedule. Yeah, but if you've ever listened and thought, oh, I needed to hear that, well, there is a way to support it. Calm it down deeper. It gives you early access to episodes. You get daily affirmations every weekday. And then just a feeling of the cozy feeling of helping this stay afloat. I mean, think of it like tossing a coin into the fountain, right? But instead of wishes, you get soft piano music and breath work and just a better perspective on looking at the everyday life. CalmItDownPodcast.com. Look for deeper. Thanks. Now on with the show. Is there a trouble of being too positive? You're having a rough day, right? You didn't sleep well. Something that you were really looking forward to, it just fell through. Your head is foggy, you're low, you're just off. And then someone chimes in with, hey, just stay positive. You smile, you nod, but inside, it lands wrong. Like someone trying to cover a crack with a sticker, right? It doesn't work. Well, I want to talk about that. Because while optimism can be a beautiful thing, there's a moment where it stops being comforting and starts being something entirely else. I'm Chad Lawson, and let's calm it down in 3, 2, 1. Why just be positive? It hurts. Well, at first, it sounds helpful, like even encouraging, right? Who wouldn't want a reminder to look on the brighter side? But there is a problem with that. Just be positive can feel like being told that your feelings are too much. It turns emotion into a performance. And then suddenly, like being okay, it's not a choice. It's a requirement, right? You've probably felt it before. You're grieving and someone says, cheer up. Or you're anxious and then someone says, don't worry, everything happens for a reason. It doesn't land as comfort, it lands as pressure. And pressure isn't the same as care. So why do people say it? Honestly, I don't think people mean harm when they say these things, right? Usually it comes from love or maybe from their own discomfort, right? It's hard to sit with someone else's pain, okay? We want to fix it. We want to smooth it over. We want to tie it up with this really nice bow. And sometimes it even comes from fear. This quiet whisper that says, if I let this sadness in, what if it never leaves? But here's the truth. Avoiding emotions doesn't make them disappear. It just makes them go quiet. And what goes quiet often grows louder later. And exhaustion and numbness and anger that comes out sideways. So what does real positivity look like? Well, real positivity doesn't erase pain. It makes space for it. It says, yes, this hurts, and yes, there's still hope. It sounds less like cheer up and more like, hey, this is hard, and I'm here. You don't have to feel better right now. Let's just take this one moment at a time. See the difference? One demands you perform. The other gives you permission to breathe. And so this voice inside, right? It's not about just about what others say. Sometimes the harshest versions come from within, from ourselves. I should be over this by now. Other people have it worse. I shouldn't feel this way, right? How many times have you said that? Maybe you've told yourself these things today. I know I have. And the truth is, they don't help. They don't free us. They just pile guilt on top of grief, and then shame on top of sadness. So what if instead of trying to override what you feel, you just acknowledge it? What if you let sadness be sadness without turning it into a flaw? Because there is a different way. I mean, emotions are not detours. They're part of the path. We try to rush them sometimes, don't we? Right? We tell ourselves, let's just get this over with, right? Quickly, quietly, cleanly. But emotions don't work that way. Sometimes the kindest thing that you can say to yourself is, hey, this is allowed. I don't have to rush out of this. That isn't weakness. It's just wisdom. And so I want to share this gentle practice, right? So here's something that you can try this week. The next time the difficult feeling shows up, maybe it's stress, or maybe it's sadness or disappointment, pause just for a moment, like catch yourself. And instead of brushing it away, ask yourself, what is this feeling asking for? Is there room for me to feel this without judgment? Can I sit here with compassion instead of correction? And that's it. No pressure. Just being curious. Because what it really means to be kind, I mean, kindness is not about like silver linings or slogans. Kindness is letting yourself be real, R-E-A-L, real. Kindness says you don't have to be happy to be worthy. You don't have to hurry toward the light. You don't have to fix this feeling before you can rest. That's real positivity, not the kind that silences you, but the kind that sits beside you and says, I see it. I see you. And we're going to keep going together. So maybe the next time you hear, just be positive, pause, smile if you want to, but remember, you don't have to fake it. But let the sadness in. Let the uncertainty linger. Let yourself be human. Because the goal isn't to feel good all the time. The goal is to feel fully, gently, to feel without shame. And that, in the end, is where real healing begins. I hope you feel. And I hope you allow yourself to feel. And I hope you allow that feeling to sit. And then I hope you allow yourself to ask, why do I feel? And then you begin to peel back and you begin to understand and you begin to see that you're not putting a sticker over the crack. That you're beginning to understand where that crack is. And you slowly begin to tend to that crack. I hope you feel. And I hope you allow yourself to feel. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for living. And until next time, be kind to your mind. Join me again as we calm it down. To find more episodes of Calm It Down, see where I may be appearing in your area, or just simply want to know where to send me some chocolate chip cookies, visit calmitdownpodcast.com. This podcast was written and produced by yours truly, Chad Lawson, composer, pianist, and nationally recognized sweet tooth. The views, expressions, and techniques in this episode are of my personal opinion and not intended, nor should they, serve as a substitute for medical advice or diagnosis rendered to you by your individual doctor or other healthcare provider. Only a licensed physician should evaluate your situation, provide a diagnosis, or render other medical advice to you. and you should only act upon the advice of this physician. Now, I'm an extreme empath by nature, but my profession is that of a composer and pianist, not a licensed therapist or physician. I hear from thousands of listeners how my music has helped them through various stages of emotional needs, and I simply want to offer this in future podcast episodes to aid those needs. So to find a list of licensed professionals in your area, please visit calmitdownpodcast.com. And if you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review, or better yet, share it with a friend. While it takes less than 60 seconds to do, its impact will last for years to come, as every little bit helps in growing the awareness and the importance of mental and emotional health. Thank you for listening. Thank you for living. And until next time, be kind to your mind and join me again as we calm it down.